Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian coming to the stage, so awesome. He was recently voted funniest person in Washington. You might know him from his laugh. Everybody, big round of applause for Jose Bolanos, everyone.
Portland, what's up? Yeah. I'm already kind of drunk. I love it around here, man. Portland's great. We got in here and I was like, oh, there's no liquor, huh? 5 minutes later, there's like 3 fucking bottles back there. I'm like, this is not smart, you guys. I'm drunk already. Is this the camera that's on right now? Hey, Skype, how's it going? I'm fat. Jesus, I'm winded. I just walked out of the room. I like tried to cover it by talking and it didn't work. I am fat though. I went to the doctor recently. I might as well tell this joke now because it's not even a joke. It's real. I went to the doctor recently because I haven't been in like 5-6 years and I'm fat, right? I'm getting chubby, okay? So I go to the doctor, haven't been to the doctor in like forever. So I have a brand new doctor, right? I get there, she is the sweetest, tiniest little Asian lady I've ever met in my life. She's so cute. She's like 90. I don't know how she's still practicing, but she is super cute, right? And so here's the problem. I think because I called myself fat first, she thought it was cool to call me fat the whole time, right? Right? So here's what happened. I get in, and she's like, oh, hello, Jose, how are you today? I'm like, oh, you're adorable, right? And she goes, how can I help you? I'm like, well, I don't know. I just kind of want to get a checkup or like a physical or something because, I'm getting fat. And that's where I went wrong, right? She goes, okay, Jose, tell me one thing. Why you think you such a fat boy? I'm like, you don't got to say it like that, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess when I think about it, like I eat whatever I want. I drink every single day and never, ever, ever, ever work out. So, actually, now that I think about it, that's probably it. That's exactly why I'm fat. Why am I here, damn it, Spent $30 on a Coke. I could be fucking drinking with that money, right? Like, tricked myself. I'm here, though, right? So she goes, okay, Jose, understandable big guy. Big guy, huh? Okay. She goes, I want to do a blood test on you. I'm like, I don't know what a blood test is, but it sounds cool. Let's do it, right? So the blood results come back, and she goes, Jose, not very good, okay? You have a very high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and a very high cholesterol. I'm like, I don't know what that last one is, but it sounds bad, right? I don't. So I asked her a simple question that every person should be able to ask their doctor. I said, okay, well, how do I lose weight? She goes, I want to help you, big boy, okay? She goes, and she really said this to me. She goes, have you ever heard of a vegetable? What? Yes, I've heard of a fucking vegetable. Are you kidding me? She looked at me like I was dumb. She's like, okay, fat boy, what's the problem? You eat a vegetable, you lose some weight. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm getting tired of being bullied. I'm about to get out of here, okay? Before I leave, though, I had a sore throat that whole week. And I was like, I paid my copay. I'm getting my money's worth. I was like, hey, can you please check out my throat? It's feeling better, but it's been hurting me all week. So she's like, sure, no problem. She's like, oh, yeah, it's a very red, very fat, chunky throat. I'm like, swollen. It's swollen. It's not fat, right? Okay, big boy, no problem. Okay, big throat. Okay, oh, it's a very red neck there, very red, irritation. I'm like, see, I knew it, right? I knew something was wrong. She seriously, she goes, yeah, you have to chew your food, fat guy. You cannot cram it down your throat. You're going to choke yourself. I'm like, oh my God. I'm out of here. Like, you may be a sweet old lady, but you're a little bitch. All right, I'm gone. I'm gone. No, my name is Jose. It's weird when I tell people at first because they don't believe me because, like, it's like I look like a Jose, but I don't sound like a Jose, right? And so it throws people off. And I get stereotyped for that all the time. Like, because I have one of the top 5 names for being Hispanic. Like, if you want to guess a brown dude's name, right? It's like Jose, Juan, Carlos, Pepe, Diego, whatever. I respond to all of them, okay? It doesn't matter. Call me anything. But it sucks. I can't do normal stuff that you guys can do. Like, I can't go to Home Depot anymore. That's just out of the question. It's confusing for everyone. Last time I tried to go to Home Depot, I couldn't even walk in the place. There's a little Mexican girl out front. How come every time I see a Hispanic girl, she thinks I'm her dad? Right? She's like, Papi? I'm like, no, honey. Okay. She's like, Jose? I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, racist. Okay. Huh? Two can play at that game, huh? What about you, Dora? Yeah, see? Where's your monkey in your backpack, you little bitch? That's what I thought. I'm a map, right? Get out of here with that shit. I go inside, though, right? I go up to customer service. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm looking for a light bulb. He's like, paint, aisle 4. You must have misheard me. I said I was looking for a lawnmowers. Sorry. Aisle 15, right? Cheap ones on the bottom. I'm like, cheap ones? What? I couldn't even leave the place. There's a whole truck full of Mexicans outside waiting for me. They're just like, hey, Jose, get on the car, vato. We got to get to work. I'm like, how does everyone know my name? What is going on? So I took my paint bucket and my lawnmower and I went to work. Yeah, I'm actually, my name is Jose and I'm from a town called Federal Way. Yeah, which sucks because it sounds like a prison, right? Like, it's terrible. People ask me where I grew up. I have to be in character to respond. They're like, yo, man, where you from? I'm like, hey, Holmes, I just did 20 years in Federal Way. Orale. It's rough. But it is weird because I am a Jose and I'm obviously half white. I'm half Latino. Guess which half raised me? Okay. It's the white ones. Which is weird because I have literally 2 different families, you guys. I have white California, blonde hair, blue eyes, and then I have 100% Salvadorian side of my family. I'm fucking scared of those people, right? Like, I'm not from there. I'm from there, but I'm not from there, if that makes sense, right? And it's weird. It's weird being in a split family like that because I never get to see the brown side. I'm always with the white side. And it's funny, they all live in California, too. So when I tell people, I'm like, I'm going to go visit my cousins in L.A., they're like, oh, or I'm like, I'm going to visit my cousins in Cali. They're like, oh, you're going to go see Carlos and Manuel in L.A.? And I'm like, actually, I'm going to go to Santa Barbara, see Jessica and Carrie. Okay. We're going to a winery. Okay. Hopefully they have a good Pinot Grigio, right? It's been dry, I don't know. Picky. It's weird, right? Because the last time I was in LA a few months ago, I actually visited the brown side of my family. They were in town, and my dad, I had 2 hours to kill before this flight home. And my dad was like texting me. He was like, hey, you're in town. Your cousins are in town and your uncle's in town. You haven't seen them in 8 years. I'm like, 8 years? Holy shit, it's been that long. Well, I got time to kill. Like, give me the address. Let's do this. So I Google map it, right? And I'm driving and I'm just, sunny LA day. Hey, world, right? And all of a sudden I see a sign and it says, welcome to Inglewood. And I'm like, uh-oh. If I've learned anything from rap videos, that's not a good sign. But I try to convince myself. I'm like, dude, wait a minute. Your name is Jose Roberto Manuel Bolanos, man. You belong here. This is your family, right? And then I realized that day I was wearing like a yellow shirt and like a polo and like khaki shorts, right? So I'm like driving around Inglewood. I'm just, hey guys, how's it going, everyone? Beautiful sunny day in LA. I get it, right? So I'm trying to fit in. It's not working. I go to see my uncle and my cousin, right? And I knock on the door and they open up, right? And we're in the hood, okay? I pull up and I'm like, okay, NWA is like filming here like they had before, right? So I get in there and my uncle's great. He's like, Jose, good to see you. I give him a kiss and a hug. And then my cousin comes out. I haven't seen this guy in 8 years. He's huge, right? Not just that, he has tats all over his body, okay? I swear he had a gun. There was something bulky over here. I was looking. I was like, something sketchy's happening over there. Okay, here's the thing. You guys know that print, the bandana print, when you buy this plant, like Paisley, right? His whole fucking outfit was Paisley. It was everything. His shoes, his pants, his shirt. He was just Paisley gang. Paisled out. I don't know what it was. So I was like, hey, cuz, can I say that? Like, I don't know if that's cool. And so he greets me. He's being super nice, He's trying. He's like, Jose, man, it's been forever. How have you been? He goes, what have you been up to, man? I don't even know, man. I don't have Facebook. And I'm like, that's good, so the cops won't catch you. And And then I realized right then that he doesn't know what I do for a living, you know? And I was like, oh, so I'm trying to think of a cool way to tell my gangster cousin what I do for a living. So this is what I came up with. I go, well, I talk into microphones for a living, and I try to make people happy. Neat, huh? And I fucking said neat, right? he goes, he looks at me and he's like, you sound like a puta. Like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not one of those, okay? That's not what I am. And so we're wrapping it up. And while I'm there, by the way, I see like duffel bags like lining his floor. And I'm like, okay, that's sketchy. Like, I'm from the Northwest and this isn't hiking gear. Like, there's no REI or North Face on these duffel bags, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you haven't been kayaking in East LA recently, right? Super sketchy. So I'm getting ready to leave because I'm like getting scared, right? And when we leave, we have this awkward exchange where he like pulls me in, right? He's real close. He's right here in my ear and he's like, Jose, remember one thing, man. We're family, okay? Which means if I need your back, you gotta have my back, okay? And if you ever need me, I always got your back because we're family. And I'm like, am I in a gang now? Like, what just happened, right? So I was like, hey, bye. Oh, my flight's 2 hours early. That's weird. I gotta get out of here. That never happens. I'm out. It's weird. It's my dad's side of the family. My dad's literally at my apartment right now, back in Seattle. My dad is at my place. He flew in to come say hi to me. I flew out to here. And it's weird, because this is the first time he's ever stayed with me. Like, I've always stayed at his place, the different houses my parents have, or, you know, growing up to like wherever we go, it's always their house, their rules. This trip was the first time he's ever stayed at my house. It was super weird. So like we come in and I show him around my apartment and he's like, Jose, it's very messy over here, right? And I'm like, well, you better clean it up, young man. That's my house, my rules, huh? Yeah. How do you like that, right? He's like, you can't talk to me like that. I'm your father. I'm like, I will smack your mouth right now, young man, if you talk to me that way one more time. It's weird. But even tonight, I was thinking how weird it is, like how a role reversal, I'm like worried about him, right? I like want to send one of my friends over to check on him, like, it's 10 o'clock and you're not home. Where were you, mister, huh? What's happening there? It's past your curfew, big guy. I love my dad. I love my family, though. I have a little nephew. I'm an uncle. Thank you. You guys, thank you very much. Cute. He's 4 years old. His name's Mateo. He's the cutest little kid ever. And I love him to death, and he loves me. And everyone can tell you who's ever been an uncle or an aunt that we love it. Because we get, right? Because you get to play with them and spoil them with kisses and gifts, and then leave them after 2 hours. They can shit their pants for your brother or sister to deal with. And it's awesome. It is awesome, right? It's the best feeling ever. I love my little guy, but the last trip that I went and visited him was a weird trip, all right? I went out to Phoenix, where my parents live, and he was at the house, and I went to go take a shower, and I just said, hey, Mom, Dad, can I use your shower, right? They're like, sure. So they tell Mateo, they go, Mateo, Tio, that means uncle in Spanish, Tio is going to take a shower. Don't go into Nana and Papa's room, okay? Hear that. So I'm walking in there, turn the shower on. 2 minutes later, I hear... And I'm like, oh God, this is gonna happen, right? So I'm like washing my hair and I'm like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. And it wasn't just a peek, it was just like out of nowhere, just whoosh, right? And I'm like, whoa! And like, he's like right there. He's like, his eyes are looking into my eye and like looking right back into his eyes. And I'm like, oh, ho, right? And then I realized, I'm like, hold up. It's like a flashback moment. You know, every boy, right, has walked in on their uncle or their father at one point and seen their wiener, okay? This is a normal thing. I remember I walked in on my dad one time and you're just like, oh, I didn't know it could get that big, right? And you're just freaking out. There's like hope for the future, right? And then you're like, that's crazy. And then you leave, right? And it's normal. And I'm family. So I'm like, dude, Jose, don't be immature about this. You are his uncle. Okay, there's nothing wrong right now. He just is, you know, exploring, okay? So I'm like, you know, this is normal. Let him gander, okay? So I go from, oh, to kind of like this move where I'm just like, right? Just stretching it out a little bit. It gave him a good angle. It wasn't weird, right? I was looking up. We didn't make eye contact. It was totally cool. Okay, so here's the problem, people. Instead of looking at it and being like, oh, Godzilla, oh no, right? Like I thought was gonna happen. He goes, huh. And then fucking walked away. He left. I was like, wait, hold on. Well, that's not how this is supposed to go down. Like, you get back and look at my wiener, young man. Get over here, right? I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm like shocked that I'm in the shower, so I don't have to like go take a cold shower. I'm already there, and I'm like, what just happened? And then I'm like, wait a minute. And then think about this with me. Does he have a bigger dick than I do? Right? Because like, why else would he react that way? He's like, oh, that's cute, right? And he leaves, like, get out of here. So I didn't buy him any Christmas presents this year. Sorry, Jesus. Oh, you're a grown man now. Buy your own fucking presents, big dick. All right, I'll be over here. Jesus. Sorry again about that, Jesus.